Hi, this is Dr. Nancy Zare, and I want to welcome you to another edition in which I feature one of my amazing members of BNI chapter. BNI is Business Network International. I belong to Commerce Connection. We meet Wednesdays from 7 to 8:30 in the morning, and we would love to have you as our guest. If you are a small business owner and you believe that you can increase your business through word of mouth referrals, then you need to check out Business Network International. And speaking of small business owners, I'd like to welcome Michael Abend, who is the owner of Extended Family in Wayland. Michael, tell us about what it is you do.
Hi, Nancy. Thank you. Extended Family of Wayland helps people, elderly people who have the goal of living the rest of their lives in their own home where they've been raising their family for 20, 30, 40 years. They want to stay there, and we help them turn that goal into a reality by helping them figure out what types of services they need in order to maintain their lifestyle, and then providing those services, whether it's in-home care, help with errands and appointments, tasks, chores, maintenance on the house, medical issues, and then finally personal care. A success story for us is somebody who, as sad as it might sound, passes away in their own bed in their sleep.
So you mentioned a variety of services, and of course I heard the word medical. Would you explain whether you cover, what kind of services are covered that way?
Sure. Medical, when I say medical, I mean advocacy. As we get older, people who have underlying issues, whether it's diabetes or congestive heart failure or any number of things, maybe it's just arthritis, those become more and more acute as someone ages because they're not moving as much, they may not be eating or drinking enough, a variety of reasons. Our bodies break down. There's nothing we can do about it. So our nurse, Debbie, is available to help people navigate the medical process, going to appointments, asking the right questions, making sure the tests they need are done on a timely basis. And for some people, keeping their families informed so that they can help their parent make a good decision.
And Michael, what's your geographical area that what's your sweet spot?
Well, as you can tell, what I've said is that we sort of do everything for people. You can't do everything for everybody. So we focus on a small geographic area. Effectively, it's the town of Wayland and the 1 or 2 town radius of that. Most of our clients are in Wayland, Wellesley, Weston, Sudbury. But we also have some in Concord, Framingham, Natick. We've even gone into Needham and Newton on occasion.
Now, during this time where we have had stay at home, how have you been able to serve people?
Well, for people who have services like hands-on care, help with getting dressed and bathing and things like that, those cares didn't go away. Those caregivers have all been maintaining appropriate protocols. When the virus first struck, there was a big push to make sure everybody washed their hands and did all other kinds of hygienic protocols. We already did those. Those were part of our orientation for new employees because we're handling people. We're handling bodily fluids sometimes. So we just upped those. Those caregivers are paying close attention to those protocols. They are continuing to see those people. A lot of other people canceled services. They didn't have hair appointments to go to. They didn't have doctor's appointments to go to. So we adjusted a little bit. And right now, I think we have about a half a dozen clients that we're doing grocery shopping for.
And one last question, and it has to do with the fact that a number of adults have been caring for their elderly parent during this time period, but now we'll be going back to work. What would you anticipate the need might be, Michael?
Well, it's interesting because one of the toughest things is when an elderly person is starting to slow down and lose the ability to do everything they used to do. Many people will say, I just don't care about doing some of those fun things. I've done enough of it in my life. And they focus on getting through every day. The stay-at-home orders have given a lot of people the opportunity to spend the time helping their mom and dad. And while that's a big plus for those people and they're getting some good quality time together, they're also seeing how much help their parents really need. Not what they're telling them they need, but what they really can't do for themselves anymore. Or the fact that the house is really getting run down and things are breaking and not getting repaired. So we expect that a lot of people who are going to be going back to work are going to start to wonder how are they going to keep up with the help that mom and dad need. And hopefully they're going to reach out to us. We're going to be able to help them set up a plan, develop a strategy, a framework of support, whatever you want to call it, to augment what they're doing or take it over completely, depending on where they are and what the specific needs are. The key is that they need to make that plan. It's a great time right now to start assessing it now that they've had that opportunity to get an up close and personal look at it.
And talk about assessing. One thing that I'm aware of is that although Michael does serve a particular geographical area, if you have a parent who is out of state or perhaps western part of Massachusetts, Michael's a great person to consult with. He's very generous about helping you understand how to bring care, the right kind of care to your parent. So, Michael, I want to thank you very much for sharing with us today. And next time, to your sales success. It's Dr. Nancy Zaire.
Thank you, Nancy.